Hi, good morning, everyone. So, guys, as part of the today's session, let us see the TypeScript configuration in our machine. So, how exactly we can configure this TypeScript? Let us see in detail about that particular stuff. So, the thing here is, irrespective of your operating system, whether it is a Windows machine or whether it is a Mac machine, basically, you just need to download these things into your machine. The first thing is Visual Studio Code. So why exactly we need this Visual Studio Code means using this particular editor itself, we are going to write down our source code. See, if you look at this particular screen right now, I'm using a PowerPoint presentation where I'm writing down that information. The similar way, in order to write down the TypeScript code, there should be an editor for us to write it. So among all those editors, the quite commonly used editor is a Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code has a lot of plugins and other details, right? Which helps us in writing down our code in a much more easier way. So that's the reason we need a Visual Studio Code. How exactly you can download that Visual Studio Code? So here is a link. I have provided you the link for this Visual Studio Code. You can just copy this particular link. Okay. And open it in a new tab. See here, depending on your operating system, if it is a Windows, if it is a Mac, download this particular file. And once it got downloaded, double tap on that particular file, follow the standard installations, whatever the regular installations, right? When you downloaded any particular software, consider that you have downloaded a VLC media player. You will download the exe, double tap on the exe. Have you ever followed that installation steps? The same way you need to follow it with the Visual Studio. And the next thing here that we need to download is a Node.js. See guys, this Node.js is a mandatory thing that we need. Even the TypeScript and the Playwright, we are going to download using the Node components itself. That's the reason we need to download this particular Node.js. Go to the Node.js official website and here choose the operating system and download it. So mine is an operating system as a Mac. Basically, I can download the Mac specific file and automatically this page content will be updated as part of your operating system. Download that particular file, double tap on it and complete the installation. And once this installation is successful, in order to check in order to check whether this installation is successful from a Node.js or not, the thing that I'm doing is I just opened my command prompt and here I'm using node hyphen hyphen version. I just used this node hyphen hyphen version. I was able to see that information. The similar way, npm hyphen hyphen version, and I can see this particular version information is being populated. With that, I can confirm that my Node.js got successfully installed in this particular machine. Perfectly all right. Come back. If you look at the steps, the first step is a editor that we need. That we have downloaded it. And the second step is a Node.js, which is a prerequisite. Basically, using the Node components itself, we are gonna download the rest of the things. That's the reason it's mandatory to have a Node.js. And then in order to install the TypeScript, you are gonna use a Node package. Install hyphen G. G itself means we are asking it to install globally. Okay, install it globally. So here, and I'm defining it as a TypeScript. Copy this particular command and go back to the terminal. Okay, so on this particular terminal, okay, put this command. So what are we doing right now? npm install hyphen g, which is a globally TypeScript. Install it. I'm just installing it, and it's saying that the package got added successfully. Okay, the package got added successfully. And once this package got added successfully, you can verify whether this particular TypeScript got added successfully or not using this particular TypeScript compiler TSC hyphen hyphen version, basically that it is showing up this particular version. Okay, or I can say TSC hyphen hyphen V. That's also gives you the version of the TypeScript compiler. So this is the way, guys. So the installation steps and the files are one and the same for both the Windows and as well as a Mac. Okay, so there is a no much a difference. The files that you need to download in a Windows and a Mac are these are the things. The only difference that you identify is in a Windows, you will be downloading an exe files. In a Mac, you will be downloading a DMG files or the package files from where you will continue the installation. You will finish that installation. Perfectly all right. So far, as part of the today's session, we have seen this configuration. In the next session, we will see how exactly we can write down this particular code. Okay, so how exactly we can write down a basic TypeScript program and check how exactly we can execute it. So guys, if you remember, there were two options basically to write down to execute the code. So one among that particular option is upon configuring your machine, you just need to write down a TypeScript code that you need to convert it into a JavaScript, and then that JavaScript code you need to execute. And the second one is an online compiler option. So as part of the next session, we will open the Visual Studio Code, we will create a sample program, and we will try to write that particular content, guys. Okay, perfectly all right. See you again in the next session. Thank you.